What's up, FSU? It's Mind Your Business podcast, and today we here with some student athletes on campus. So, can we go around and get some introduction for y'all? What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Paige. I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
My name is Raegan. I'm from Montgomery County, Maryland.
My name is Maya, and I'm from Chesapeake Beach, Maryland.
Cool. So, all y'all are on the volleyball team here, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so can y'all talk about that experience? Are y'all here off scholarship? Or basically, before we even do that, what made y'all start playing volleyball? Anybody?
I mean, personally, I grew up playing sports, but I started with basketball. I played basketball up until, my senior year of high school. But my dad was always really big on volleyball, and, just spending time with my dad, I grew to love the sport, too. So it was cool, I kind of grew to love volleyball, through my dad. So that's kind of how I started.
Mine was definitely similar. Sorry, my bad. Mine was definitely similar. Growing up, I did just try all different types of sports, especially being taller. You kind of expected to do basketball or volleyball, so it was one of those things that just stuck with me.
I agree with that. I feel like most volleyball players start off playing basketball, and then like they said, I did a whole bunch of different sports, and volleyball was one I was really good at and I loved at the same time, so I just stuck with it.
So, in terms of coming to Frostburg State, did y'all get recruited to come here, or did y'all just hear about the program and say y'all wanted to, do it at a higher level at this institution, or did they select and ask y'all to come here? Did y'all get recruited, or did y'all choose to come here on your own?
I feel like I was reached out to, but once I came, explored, seen the campus, it was all good. I always wanted to do D2, and it just felt right, so I chose Frost.
I was recruited to do track here, actually. Yeah, and so I enjoyed doing volleyball in my high school, and I talked to the current coach at our time about 2 years ago, and she was like, come on. And so, yeah, now I'm doing both.
Yeah, I was like Paige. I was recruited to come here, and after coming on my visit, after seeing the school and hearing about because I'm a mechanical engineering major, so hearing about that program here too, and it being a D2 level, just everything was right for what I wanted.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So, as far as you guys' personality on campus go, would y'all say that it's centered around y'all being volleyball students, or is there a different aspect volleyball is just something I do that to the side? Some people make their sports and their passion their identity. Would you guys say that's the case for y'all?
I feel especially us as friends, we could go hang out with all kinds of sports that we ain't never played before. We don't base it off athletes. It's just who you are as a person. I feel like that's why we're all cool now.
I will say though, playing this sport has brought me my best friends ever. So it was definitely.
What was that y'all be doing? What's that?
I don't know.
we be
Y'all be on sync. It's
it's bad. Well, we're roommates, so we're together all the time. It's bad. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got anything?
But no, I was gonna say the same thing. I'm glad being on the volleyball team has brought me my best friends. But like Paige said, we hang out with people who don't play sports. We hang out with other sports. It's not oh, we're athletes, blah 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 blah. We still hang out with everyone.
We're not closed off to just, oh, you're not a volleyball player, so we won't hang out with y'all.
It's definitely just one piece to a giant mosaic.
Literally, yeah.
That makes sense. Would y'all say that y'all had to sacrifice anything as far as pursuing your higher education here while obtaining your sports? So in other words, you mentioned you were from Ohio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider that as a sacrifice, saying that you had to move a ways away from home to, continue to do it? Could you not have played volleyball at a local school that's closer to you or something like that? Or do you see coming to Maryland as a sacrifice?
Yeah, I definitely do. I'm sacrificing my time with my family. I be missing them, but on weekends I of course can't just go home, got practice, so taking time from that definitely is a big sacrifice, but I was willing to make it. That's part of life. You just gotta adjust to things like moving out of state for college. So
Facts.
Yeah.
Did y'all have to make any sacrifices?
I mean,
for sure.
Yeah, I'd say sacrifices are definitely made. Obviously, we're more fortunate than Paige because we're from Maryland.
Right.
So whereas opposed, I don't know. Whereas if hers is a 4-hour drive, mine's a 3. My parents come up and stuff, but I have siblings and they're busy with their sports and stuff.
Right.
So it's I would say I'm sacrificing seeing them get to go through what I went through, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like they're in their senior year now, and like I'm not gonna be at their senior year. I'm not gonna like be at their senior nights and things like that.
Yeah, I felt that. I definitely felt that.
No, yeah, I definitely agree. Just because I have younger siblings also.
Yeah, so not being able to be there for the different accolades they're making, like you said,
Yeah.
their senior nights or graduation, even sometimes
Makes
just
you really
depending on.
sad.
Yeah.
Seeing them grow up when you're not
Yeah,
there.
you're not there for it.
Yeah, that's facts. But like you said, sacrifices do, sometimes have to be made, unfortunately, because it's all for the betterment of, who you are and
Absolutely,
what
yeah.
level you're trying to reach. So with that being said, mental health is a big aspect on that too. With y'all being full-time student athletes and everything, can y'all give us like a rundown of y'all daily routine to balance out y'all mental health while being a full-time athlete and a full-time student as well?
Oh man, I feel like we always on go. Like
Yeah.
we might get like 30 minutes, an hour in between practice from a 5 day or five classes right before.
Yeah.
So it's like mental health, you gotta definitely keep up with that. But good thing about Frost, like we have caps, we have people you can actually talk to. I'm not sure how many other schools do that, but I feel like that's a good thing, and it really does help with student athletes.
I will also say that one thing I learned is that you have to make time to prioritize your mental health. Like, it's not going to fall in front of you because you have absolutely no time to do anything other than studying or practicing.
So you would say organization is a big part of y'all
For sure. And
time
I learned that
management.
the hard way.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I'd agree. I'd say like it's easy to not prioritize your mental health when you have so many other things to worry about, like your sport, your classes, everything like that. So like Ray said, it's like you actually have to focus and take time out of your day to make sure you're prioritizing your health.
And at the same time, you gotta make sure like you on top of work. Like you can't just be like, all right, like I need a 2 hour break. Like you can't do that. It's like you gotta find that balance in between like work and making sure you're on top of everything.
I definitely agree. So do y'all feel like there's a stigma towards mental health, especially in certain sports, especially women's sports? Sometimes people may be like, oh, volleyball, they're not that busy, or it can't be that much. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all do feel like there's a stigma towards that, how do yourselves and if you see any teammates, like how do y'all overcome that?
I mean, stigmatism wise, I would say it's like the thing I can think of is if people are saying like, what do athletes have to worry about? Like you're getting paid to go here, you're getting like things like that. But it's like we're putting in work to do this. Like it's not like we're just here on free. Like we practice, we lift every day, we still have classes, we have games, things like that. So I think that's definitely a stigmatism, thinking like we don't have anything to worry about. We got paid to come here, so why should you like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to go off of that, I feel like a lot of people, I don't know if it's just high school, but I did peep a little bit in college, like, they think teachers, we got it easy, like, teachers be like, oh, you an athlete, like,
Yeah.
Like they make
Right.
accommodations for y'all and
That's
stuff. Yeah.
not.
you got a game, don't even worry about the exam, like, it don't work like that, like, you gotta put in twice as much work, like, and that's just how it is. You just gotta find that balance, like I said, with mental health, work, school, and sports.
Okay. Has there ever been any moments where you guys, even not related to volleyball, just in general, ever had any feelings of self-doubt or anything like that, where you just felt like, oh, maybe it was too much? And if it was too much, how did you guys like overcome that? Like those difficult times? All the time?
All the time. No, literally.
24/7.
Yeah, seriously. I remember, I'm going to bring up our preseason of our freshman year. It was the absolute worst thing ever. We all felt like we were dying. Yes. And it absolutely shaped us to be the great players that we are now. So I think it was absolutely necessary. But I think leaning on one another also helped us as well as our teammates too. But mostly these.
And especially like us, like we got busy majors. Like we got mechanical engineer, we got nursing and health science. Like being a student athlete in those majors is the way I think about it is I feel like one person can do it. If I know one person can do it, I can.
I can do it. Yeah, I like to think
No
about that.
matter like what challenges or whatever come in my way, like I feel like if she can do it, I can definitely do it. It's not
Definitely.
like it's impossible.
Yeah, I think like it definitely like with the sport, like you're fighting for your spot. You know what I'm saying? Like not fighting, but like you can't slack off.
Exactly.
So it's like you're fighting to be like the best. Like it's constantly a competition. But I think like I'm big in my like faith, so I think part of like obviously like I look to them, like if Paige can do it, if Ray can do it, I can do it. But I also think about like God has a plan for me. Like He put me here. He didn't put me here like because He didn't know I could do it. Obviously He knows like I have the capabilities, and if not, like I can rely on Him for it. So I think about that too.
Amen.
Your Frostburg State Bobcats.
So volleyball aside, how would you guys say you express your creativity in other ways, whether that be through music, your sense of fashion, tattoos, etc.?
For me, my thing is definitely makeup. I enjoy doing it outside of volleyball. Unfortunately, I can't do it as much as I want to because it does take up so much of my time with practices and everything. And makeup is not really something you want to wear while you are working out. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but I do try to find time to do it.
Yeah, and I express myself obviously through tattoos. Like I got some dedicated to my mom and my dad on my sleeve, and like fashion wise, like I love clothes, I love going shopping, I love putting stuff together. So
I'm like the same way. It's literally just a mix of everything they said. Like I like to find creativity in like everything I do. Like I have tattoos like Paige. I like to do like my hair, my makeup, like my outfits. I just like find creativity in doing things like that.
Gotcha. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all time. We pretty much gonna wrap it up. But before we go, did you guys want to give out any shout outs or say anything to the people out there that's watching?
for the younger girls that's interested and maybe playing volleyball, like keep pushing, keep working. Like it's not gonna start off, you know what I'm saying, you banging balls, just keep working at it, keep going. I wanna thank all my high school coaches, Frostburg coach Kylie, like I appreciate everybody, current coach Peter, like y'all all great and y'all all the reason why I'm still here.
I want to say a shout out to all the little black girls who are also playing volleyball. I know you don't have much representation, but you will make it in this sport. You are very much capable, and I also want to thank my family as well.
Yeah, I want to shout out to like Ray said, the little black girls who don't have representation, and then like Paige said, literally just any girl that wants to play volleyball, you can do it. I started late, and look at me, I'm here. And a big shout out to my family because I would not be here without y'all.
Like club volleyball is not cheap. Like she really invested in me, and like the only thing I want to do when I graduate here is to give back to her.
All right, y'all. So that's it for the 90 Degrees podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode.
I remember when